So I'm going to need you to come with me back to 2020, 2021. Not actually, I promise. At that time, I had been working at Clovis Community Hospital for about 4 months, right before the pandemic hit. Congratulations on the new job. Here's a plague. And it was rough, is an understatement. The understatement of the century. It was really, really, really bad. And about a year into the pandemic, I got moved, which department I mostly worked in. Before, I was mostly in the labor and delivery and the postpartum. It was great. I got to see new babies all the time. Everyone was so happy. And then they moved me to limbo over in the med-surg bed tower, where they kept the inpatient surgery patients that were waiting for surgery and all that. Very, very, very different, significantly worse. Nobody wanted to be there. Bad time for everyone. No one was happy there. And one of my big jobs, one of my big things that I was tasked with was turning over those rooms. When one patient was done, they left for one reason or another, the room had to be turned over, I was there. And those rooms took about an hour to turn over, and in that time we were largely left alone, and so blessedly we were allowed to wear headphones, at least while we were turning over the rooms. And as an ex-theater kid, I took that opportunity to listen to so many musicals. I listened to so many. I found so many new ones. And I had a few go-tos that were like the perfect length to take a whole room turn. And one of my favorite go-tos that I had to step away from because it hit a little close to home was a musical I found written by Anais Mitchell, who's a current songwriter. She's still alive. She's like in her 40s or something. She's incredible, and I love her to death. If anything happens to her, or if anything is revealed about her, we will cross that bridge when we get there. But in the meantime, she's... Am I still here? Here we go. And the show that I found was called Hadestown, and it is based on Greek mythology, and it follows two love stories between Orpheus and Eurydice, and parallels the crumbling, age-old marriage between the gods Hades and Persephone. And it follows both these love stories in tandem and how they parallel in the most painfully human ways. And since I only have about 5 minutes, I can't go into Hadestown. As much as I want to so bad. I don't have time. So I will hope that I can impart upon you what it meant to me. In the show, one of the biggest themes that is hit over and over again is the idea of persistence and hope in the face of insurmountable, impossible, foregone conclusions. That the way that the world is the way it has always been and will continue to be. And looking in the face of that and saying, I don't think so. I think it can be a lot better, actually. Like a lot better. And luckily, the whole show is sung through, so you can just listen to it and get the entire message front to back. You are not missing anything except visuals. Luckily for me, because, 2020, 2021, poor, and, theater isn't happening. Just couldn't see it. Thank God I didn't need to get the whole message. And I think, when I think about the show, I go back to when there's a specific moment that sticks in my memory, as foggy as it is now, about that time in the hospital. Because trauma and PTSD have blurred most of it, if I'm honest. But there is one day that I remember I was doing horribly. It was an awful day. And I had multiple panic attacks weekly on the floor, all the time in the hospital. And there was one day when I was having a panic attack, so I stepped out, and I went into my little housekeeping closet, and I sat there, and I just sat on the edge of like this tub sink thing where we pour the chemicals. I sat on the edge, and I just sat staring at the floor and wept. And the song that played in my head to like kind of express what I was feeling was one of the songs from Hadestown, sung by one of the female leads, Eurydice. Heartbreaking. If you ever listen to it, you'll know exactly which one it is. I can't explain it right now. But then later, her lover, Orpheus, has his own song that is his defiance to the gods and to the fates, arguing that the world can be better, that he believes the world can be better. And today, I try really hard to relate more to Orpheus than to Eurydice, to varying degrees of luck. And if I can leave you with anything, I want to leave you with these lyrics and the message of persistence and defiance in the face of what the world says is true. And I'm going to read it to you because I don't want to mess it up. If it's true what they say, I'll be on my way. But who are they to say what the truth is anyway? I'm going to start crying. You're going to have to forgive me. Because the ones who tell the lies are the solemnest to swear, and the ones who load the dice always say the toss is fair, and the ones who deal the cards are the ones who take the tricks, with their hands over their hearts while we play the game they fix. And the ones who speak the words always say it is the last, and no answer will be heard to the question no one asks. So I'm asking if it's true. I'm asking me and you and you and you. I believe our answer matters more than anything they say. I believe if there is a will, then there is still a way. I believe there is a way. I believe in us together more than anyone alone. I believe that with each other we are stronger than we know. I believe we're stronger than they know. I believe that we are many. I believe that they are few. And it isn't for the few to tell the many what is true. So I ask you, if it's true what they say, I'll be on my way. Tell me what to do. If it's true, is it true what they say?